Hi everyone. So in today's video, we will be learning three topics. One is how we can implement multiple conditions in the filter method. Second, similarly, how we can use and, or, and not equals to conditions to join these multiple conditions, right? So and is basically both the condition has to be true, or is basically at least one of the condition has to be true, and not equals to is basically condition must be false, right? So we'll implement all the three one by one. So let's jump to the code. So I have this df in place, which is my csv file. We can quickly see the column names if needed. So we'll see columns, what all columns are available using dot columns, right? Now we have employee id, name, age, department, salary, and city. So what I'll do is I might require a data set, a subset of the data, wherein I need the employees whose age is greater than equals to 30, and those employees should be from engineering background, engineering department. Okay, so both has to be true. So let's implement and see how we can get the result. So we'll use first we'll import the call. Remember to select the columns. So we'll use from uh, PySpark.sql functions import call. Okay, and then what we'll do is we'll start implementing filter call. We'll give edge, right? Edge is greater than equals to 30. My first condition, I'll wrap this condition. So every individual function I'll wrap using the parenthesis, the best practice. So it doesn't confuse us later when we have multiple conditions. So what I'll do is I'll quickly wrap this inside a parenthesis, one condition. Now second is I need another condition. So for that we'll use and, right? So here's the syntax, and we'll use call, which is basically department this time, and department equals to engineering. Okay, so these are the two conditions, but the important point is that let's wrap the other condition as well, and we'll show this up. Here we are. So employee with age which is greater than 30 and from engineering background, both the condition satisfies, and we have three results, three rows in the output, right? Now in the same fashion, we can implement filter using or operator, and we can get the output. So let's jump and see how we can do that. So we'll copy the exact code from here and replicate it over here. The only thing I'll change over here is uh, the syntax. We are using and over here, but we will use vertical bar for or. The operator or is denoted by vertical bar. So I've used vertical bar over here for or. Everything remains as is. The output will be at least any one condition if satisfies, will get the output. So that's or inside the filter in PySpark. So here we go. So people who are at greater than equals to 30 plus engineering background, either one of them is satisfied, so we'll be getting the output. So that is the second. And third is not equals to. What if, let's say, I have a condition wherein I don't want engineering department itself, right? So what we can do in that case is, like, I can use df dot filter. Again, filter is basically my main function, main method, in which we can just put multiple conditions, right? So I'll just do call, and let's say I want this time department, right? Department engineering, I don't want engineering department, right? So what I can do is I can put department. Okay, department is not equals to, this is the syntax of not equals to, exclamation mark with equals to. This combined becomes not equals to in PySpark. And I'll say I don't want engineering, right? I don't want engineering, and I'll show this. So we'll be getting the output wherein there will not be any engineering students or employees in the department itself. If you can see, there's no engineering department here, right? So just to recap what we have learned, so we have learned three methods to filter or do the row filtering, right? One is like and, second is or, and third is not equals to. So all when we apply multiple conditions under filter, so we can put and or not equals to as per our requirement, right? So that's all for today. I'll see you in the next lecture.